Hey guys, what's going on? Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel. Got another video for you guys today. Before we get started with today's video, if you guys could, please make sure to hit the like button. It helps the channel out a lot and makes a massive difference. Also, please make sure to subscribe to the channel to receive more Dallas Cowboys content from yours truly now and in the future. And finally, hit that notification bell to make sure that you don't miss out on any more post notifications when new content rolls out. So with that being said, I wanted to talk about where we are at the end of September, where I'm looking at with this division, you know, and just my thoughts on how I feel like this season's going to progress for Dallas. So, right now the Cowboys are 1-2. Statistically speaking, according to 538, the Dallas Cowboys have a 70% chance of winning their division, which in all likelihood they will, but maybe not at a record that's optimal. Probably 9-7, 10-6, or 8-8. But I wanted to take a look at the remaining schedule, more so the schedule for October, and what the division might look like at the end of October, and basically just see, like, okay, like, what the hell is going to happen? Because as we get closer and closer to playing our division games, the Cowboys need to make sure we start stacking wins outside of our division, because we cannot let it to be we're in striking distance of these other teams. But to be honest with you, with how these other teams are playing, they do not look good. They don't. They don't. I mean, to be honest with you, the Dallas Cowboys have been competitive against the Rams, and the Rams are a team that blew the hell out of Philadelphia on the road. And usually the West Coast teams aren't very well performers on the East Coast. Okay, and we lost them by 3, and we should have won that game. I'm going to say may have won that game. We should have won that game. We go to Seattle. Seattle, I mean, the Cowboys, again, they've shot themselves in the foot. They nearly won this game after giving away all those turnovers and the safety and crap. You know, and the Cowboys defense, they had some stops where they allowed, you know, they got to Russell Wilson and gave the Cowboys offense a chance to get them back in this game. And the Cowboys did just that. Okay, the Cowboys ended up going up 31-30 with 4 minutes to go. And there was if we got a fourth down stop, odds are we're sitting at 2-1 right now, going back home with, odds are, you know, we're winning this division. You know, like, especially, but even after those losses, I don't feel bad, because the Cowboys have been competitive against 2 of the top teams in the NFC. And yeah, sure, record-wise, you know, I know the Rams dropped a game against the tough Bills team, but again, the Rams are a solid team, and they're looking like a good team this year. Seattle looks like a damn good team with Russell Wilson doing his thing. But ultimately, this Cowboys season will end up falling on how they do in October and the start of the first November game. And you might be saying, why is that? The Cowboys in this next stretch of 5 games play 3 division opponents and the Browns and the Cardinals. If the Cowboys can come out of this stretch at 4-1, or hell, even 3-2, if you want to look at it that way, if the Cowboys can come out of the stretch with wins against the Giants football team and Eagles, they're in prime position to win the East. And even looking at the other teams' schedules, I'm just being completely honest with you guys. So let's take a look at what we're looking at. I mean, so far the Giants, they look like they're, you know, if I'm being completely honest with you, the Giants look like they're stuck. They're stuck in mud. The Giants look terrible. Jason Garrett's offense, I mean, it had glimpses in the first game, but Saquon's hurt. He's their engine. Daniel Jones has looked bad. Their offense just looks terrible. Their defense looks atrocious in some regards. You know, obviously, the Cowboy fan talking about an atrocious defense when we gave up like 40 points back-to-back weeks. But the differential here is that the Dallas Cowboys have at least been competitive in all of their games. The Giants haven't. I mean, other than the Bears game and maybe the Steelers game to the start, they just got their ass kicked by a 49ers squad that was basically the B team and a JV team with all those backups. Now they go on the road and play the Rams. Then they play us, the football team, and the Eagles. And to be honest with you, I would not be shocked if if all these teams beat each other up. So With that being said, I think the Giants, their season's over, man. If they listen, they don't look good. And they had to go on the road against the Cowboys team, which their offense looks unbelievable. And I think that the Cowboys should take care of business at home against the Giants. So we could possibly see the Giants go 0-4 in October. But look at the Washington football team. They have a tough schedule too. They play the Ravens, the Rams, granted at home, but still, those are tough games. Then they play the Giants on the road, then they play the Cowboys at home. So they have 3 home games in October. And they're all against tough opponents. Washington could easily end up being 2-5. And if they're lucky, and let's say like there's an upset in there, whether it be against the Rams or Ravens, 3-4. You know, and that's still not good. Because then after that, their schedule kind of lightens up, but then it gets tough again. And then you look at the Eagles. The Eagles' schedule, they got to play the 49ers, the Steelers, the Ravens, and then the Giants. And if I'm being completely honest with you, the Eagles should go 2-2 in this stretch because of the injuries to the 49ers. But if they do drop that game to the 49ers and they're 1-5-1, they're done. Like, they're done if they do not come out of October at minimum like 3-4-1. Especially if Dallas does, you know, so let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they do beat the 49ers this week. Right? And they end up, you know, losing their other games except for the Giants game. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have Cleveland at home. Cleveland's no slouch. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to, like, I do believe the Cowboys should take care of business versus Cleveland. They have not lost to Cleveland in over 20-something years. So I do believe the Cowboys will take care of business at home. They're a much better team at home. And then they stay at home for the next 2 weeks. They play the Giants at home. That should be a win. And then they play the Cardinals at home. That's going to be a tough game because the Cardinals are a tough team. And even if they do beat the Cowboys on Monday night, the Cowboys go on the road to face the football team, and the Cowboys could end up being out of October like a game and a half or 2 games up in the division with 2 division wins under their belt. Or, if all things go well, the Cowboys could be sitting at 5-2 if they go undefeated in these and they start going on a run. They can be 5-2 at the end of October, 4-3. I can see them being like that. And hell, even if the Cowboys were to drop the Cardinals and Browns games, they would still be 3-4 with contention to win the division. But I'm going to tell you the guys this right here, right now. The Cowboys' remaining 2 opponents on the schedule that I'm afraid of are Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I'm not afraid of the Vikings as much anymore. I'm not afraid of the 49ers at all. All the other games, they're against easy opponents. The Cowboys have an easy-ass schedule. I mean, outside of, like, the Cardinals. And I'm talking about outside of October. You know, like, the Browns and Cardinals will probably be their toughest teams. And then you end up having the Steelers. You have the Vikings, the football team, the Ravens, the Bengals, the 49ers, Eagles, and Giants. Like, the Cowboys could easily have this division wrapped up if things go their way. Hell, even if they're 3-4, depending on how the rest of the division plays, the Cowboys could still be in the driver's seat. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say if the Cowboys end up going to week 8 and they come out of that 5-3 or 6-2, if they beat Philadelphia on Sunday Night Football and have a record of 6-2 or 5-3, the division's over. I'm sorry. Like, I understand we were 5-3 last year and we were leading the division and we went on a collapse, but I'm sorry. I don't see a way that the Cowboys, you know, lose this division and watch them do that. I mean, even if the Cowboys lost against all the winning teams that are remaining on their schedule, the Cowboys would end up being 9-7, and that would win you the division. So, I'm looking at this team and I'm saying, listen, October's a huge month for Dallas. They have to go at least 3-1. or 2-2 to remain competitive if they want to be serious about going to the playoffs. Because we can't be doing this crap of like, oh, we're up and down. No, we have to come out. And hopefully October's the month that the Cowboys do this. I don't know. But I really do feel that the Cowboys should be fine. Even if the Cowboys waltz into the playoffs and at a 9-7 record. I mean, clearly the Cowboys have things they have to fix, but I'm not worried because the Cowboys' upcoming schedule is fairly simple, with 2 blips on the radar in October. So Dallas should at minimum come out of October at 2-2. 3-1 ultimately is what I'm thinking. But if they come out of October 4-0, which is a possibility, we could be sitting here and just talking about how, you know, the Cowboys are on their way to the playoffs. You know, especially if the rest of the division continues to suck and no one emerges. Again, it's Dallas's division to lose, even after 3 games of play and looking at the other teams. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. The NFC East is the worst division in all of football right now. We're basically becoming the we're basically becoming the AFC East. You know, people talk about the AFC East being garbage. Yeah, the NFC East looks like the new AFC East with how things are going. And it's just, it ends up coming down to, can Dallas just get this thing together? Because again, I'll repeat this. Dallas comes out of October at whether it be 5-2 or 4-3, and they beat Philadelphia on Sunday Night Football, especially after they beat the Washington team. I have full confidence that the Cowboys are going to go to the playoffs. I mean, I see an avenue for the Cowboys to make the playoffs. It's just a matter of, can they get this thing together? And I think they will. So, with that being said, I just wanted to talk about what's going on with the NFC East, just my thoughts, you know, and with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please make sure to leave a like, and also, if you haven't done so, subscribe and, you know, hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. So, I'm gonna let you guys go. Feel free to put your comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.